Put on your rose-colored glasses because today we're ignoring red flags, getting a little kinky, and talking about dirty little secrets. Stay tuned. You're listening to Amara After Dark.
Did he call you mommy during sex, but the sex was so good you had to stay? Did she slash your tires when she was pissed, but paid to fix them? This segment is Red Flags and Rose-Colored Glasses, where you tell us the red flag and why you stayed. So our first submission says they kept saying they weren't in a gang while always hanging out with gang members. I ignored it because I had never seen her do anything illegal. So she sounds like a very light red flag. Not in a gang, but always hanging out with gang members. But you never seen her do anything illegal. I guess my only question is, if you've never seen her do anything illegal, did she have like a legal job? Is this where the red flag is coming in? Or is just dating a criminal just kind of a no-go for you? I don't know. Can't tell me. So I'm going to give that red flag a 2 out of 10 on the scale of red flags. 10 being, thank God you left. I'm going to put that on a 2. So our next response, their red flag was absolutely disgusting. Their ex-partner used to bite her own toenails. They said, as I loved her, I could ignore it, but damn was she annoying with it. Now, I just want to get this straight. Your ex liked to bite, I guess I shouldn't say like, used to bite her toenails. But you loved her. How long into this did you find, like how long into the relationship or the talking stage did you find out? Because I feel like if you knew immediately and you stayed, bless you, because I don't know if I could do that. If you did, congratulations, you are a better person than I. Really gross, honestly. I'd probably put that at I'll put that at about a 5. Not horrible, but I don't think I could deal with it. That's a 5 on the scale. Next one, my ex disappeared for months, multiple times without calling or texting if they are okay when we dated. I tried to surprise him by learning to read and write in his language so we could be pen pals when we couldn't talk on the phone, which was often. But he either never got it or ignored it. That one honestly just kind of hurts my heart. I think it's really awesome that you were trying to do something like that to connect with the person you were talking to, and considering they weren't like responding back, that's pretty fucking shitty. And I think that's something that is absolutely valid for being a red flag. At least it just didn't feel like he was putting in the effort. And if he wasn't going to put in the effort, he should just say something. But, you know, I do think it's a justified red flag. I don't think it feels as intense as the other two did. But, like, I also know how shitty it is. So, I'm going to put that as at a 6 for the red flags. I think that's pretty justified. And then our final response for the red flags here. They said their ex had her ex still on her phone, not blocked, no nothing. I think we've all been there. She was with me and she was like, oh, he's my friend. It would create a weird vibe. And he was still flirting with her while she was with me. She even showed the texts to me after I found out it was okay, I guess. I let it pass, but then calls and hiding stuff started to happen, so I ended things. But guess what? I was blocked immediately. So it was that simple to block an ex. Listen here, old buddy, old pal, my heart goes out to you. I think a lot of us have been in this situation a time or two. And it's never fun for anybody. It's that same kind of a, like, I have very strong feelings about cheating and that whole scenario. If you like someone else, you need to voice it in the relationship, and then you need to decide what to do with that relationship. You don't need to play like that. So it is pretty shitty. And yeah, I mean, you said it right there. They did immediately block you. So I can't say obviously on her part if she was cheating, but I definitely understand the red flag behavior. I don't condone it. I do think it's kind of shitty, but I feel for you. I really do. That is definitely a big red flag. If I had to rate that one, that's probably going to take it for tonight. I think that one's going to be a hard 8 on the red flag scale. Congrats on having the worst red flag for this episode. If that gives you any solace in your response. Thank you guys for volunteering your pain to make the rest of us feel better. We appreciate that. So speaking of relationships, sex is a thing. So that's my awkward segue into our next segment tonight, which is Let's Get Kinky. Now, calm down before y'all get riled up. This is not safe for work. I don't know if you've got that through the first part of this. But a lot of these are probably not something you should be blasting on the radio while you're at work, unless you have a cool boss like I do, who probably wouldn't care as long as you're getting your work done. Let's Get Kinky is our segment where we are going to discuss kinks submitted to either be shamed or defended. This will be a reoccurring segment. It'll pop up every couple episodes or so. Feel free to submit any of them. If you want to shame them, if you want to defend them, we will discuss them here. So our first submission for Let's Get Kinky. This is kind of a bigger one. And again, preface this, NSFW, not safe for work. If you don't want to hear this, you're going to want to skip. I don't know how long this will take, so good luck. Our first response, I don't know if this is a thing, but I love degrading and being dominant. I have always had this fantasy of bending a woman over the kitchen sink, and while doing my thing, I turn the tap on with her head underneath it to waterboard her. I could grab her head, pull it out to let her breathe, hear her gasp. It just, something about it just gets me going. We're really starting it off strong for this segment, let me tell you. And if you couldn't hear it in my voice, I am blushing like a motherfucker because I was not prepared for all of that. I know I said let's get kinky, but even I can still be surprised. So I don't know if that is a particular kink in itself. So we'll just simplify that down to the degrading, being dominant, and I guess airplay, breath play, because that's kind of what it feels like. Feels like a more severe breath play. Degrading, we're always down for it. Everyone loves being called a dirty little slut from time to time. We understand. Being dominant, I mean, come on. That's like a given. We all know how nasty we all are. That one's easy. Now the breath play is obviously a very dangerous subject, but if done right, it'd be great. Consent, consent, consent. Talk about boundaries, talk about safe words. No shame on that kink for me. I'm just preaching safety. Next kink, we've got, this one is to shame the kink, not praise the kink. Shaming feet. There will never be a valid reason for you to like them. I 100% agree. I think feet are gross. I'm totally okay with shaming this. Yell at me all you want. I ain't scared of you. You like feet. I agree with this. It's gross. Absolutely. Ugh. No, okay. Anyway, so that's all I got to say on that one. If you don't like it, fight me on it. Our next submission is I love a woman who is the boss. I do love this. I will kind of put this back over in the being dominant category. And I'm also partial because I think just about anything a woman does is hot. So yes, absolutely. I agree. Our next one is a little complicated. Their submission. I simply do not understand some of the weirder kinks, like I can't say this. Nebulophilia. I hope I'm saying that right. A lesser known kink that involves arousal induced by fog, steam, dry ice, or smoke. What makes fog and dry ice so fuckable? There is also spectrophilia, or a sexual attraction, relationships, or sexual encounters with ghosts. It is literally just go fuck yourself with extra steps. So let's put this one up. I'm not going to say that word again because I can't pronounce it. But the one with the fog, steam, ice, or smoke, I could see where it could be added to fit a mood or a vibe, but the act of that itself getting you going, I do think is weird. I will agree. I think that's odd. I feel I want to understand it. And to me, I think it's more of just a vibe, an aesthetic thing. Could be wrong. I don't know. But now I'm curious. Now with the spectrophilia, there was that one scary movie where I think she ends up fucking a ghost, right? Listen, if the ghost can get it, the ghost can get it. That's how I feel. I don't think y'all will agree with me. You don't have to agree with me. That's fine. It's an opinion. If you're listening to mine, you don't like it, stop listening. Please don't, though. It'd be super cool if you stayed. But, you know, it's cool. It's whatever. That kink, definitely weird. But I still understand it. We're on neutral territory with that one. And now, our final one. And I think this one's, we're going to get a lot of agreement in the crowd. This kink is being defended. This is Dommy Mommies. 100% defending. They are rough, but they are so hot and sexy. And they included a dollar, not a dollar sign, a heart sign. You know, a little less than 3. I have to agree. We have to defend Dommy Mommies, and we should defend Dommy Mommies with all of our hearts. They are a precious commodity. They are wonderful. If you know a Dommy Mommy, thank her for her service. Because honestly, where would we be in this world without them? Alrighty. Anyone else need a towel after that? No? Alright, well, if you haven't lost your job and you're still here, thank you. I'm glad you stayed. This next segment is a personal favorite. I believe that sometimes you just need a place to get stuff off your chest that you just can't tell anyone you know. You want to scream it to the heavens with no repercussions. Well, hello. My middle name's No Repercussions. So let me scream it for you. So all of these responses given to me for this next segment have been kept anonymous, but you know who you are. So let's get into Dirty Little Secret. These are the juicy stories from people all around the city. Now, I want to preface this with, I don't want to know who you are. I don't want anybody who knows who you are to tell people who you are. Let's not ruin a good thing. We have 5 secrets this week. The first secret submitted. I once had sex in Bolingbrook Prison with an officer. Now this one's juicy, and God, do I want to ask questions. I'm going to ask him anyway. I'm not going to get an answer, but I'm going to ask him. So were you a criminal fucking an officer while in prison? Because that's hot. Were you an officer having sex with another officer while in prison? That is inappropriate. You shouldn't be doing that on the job. According to the math, there's no other options here. So which one was it? I know you can't tell me, but I will think about this a lot. All right, next one. I'm interested in this redhead lawyer. It seems like a lot of the redheads push into the DOJ in some form. I have seen a lot of redheads over here, so unfortunately, that really doesn't narrow it down too much. We have both men and women that are redheaded lawyers and or in the DOJ. So that's the thing. This person got a huge crush on a couple of females in this city, Melody and Kaya. Melody and Kaya, I am sure you know who you are if you're listening to this. Someone's got a crush on you, and I can't tell you who it is because I really don't know. Our 4th submission. Even after all these months, I miss them. He is one of the few people I trust. He makes me a better person. I met another person I will call Interest that reminded me of a younger version of my ex. Interest betrayed what little trust I had when they hurt someone close to me and my friends. I am destined to be alone because I can never move on. Honey, I've been there. That shit sucks. But I don't think you'll forever be alone. You'll get there one day. Last, dirty little secret for our little segment here. We gotta end it with a bang for this segment. Literally, because this last one, they had sex with a previous significant other at an aquarium. And they remember that some of the animals were watching, but they don't remember which ones. So I don't know how to feel about that. I feel weird about that one. So I appreciate you letting me know. Definitely not someone you should probably tell people. I respect the fact that you told me. And I told everybody else. But nobody knows who you are. So you're fine. You're safe. Probably for the better. So that just about wraps us up for this episode. We are going to finish off this episode and every episode with our time for AAA, which is Ask Amara Anything. This is the part of the show. I will end every show just about with answering questions asked from random people in the community, anything they wanted to know about me, the show, or just if they have a question they want me to answer. So we've got 3 questions tonight. First question, what would be a green flag for you? A green flag for me is definitely a sense of humor, but not a degrading sense of humor. Like, I don't need you to be mean to other people to make me laugh. Another green flag if they like cats. They can like dogs too, but liking cats to me has always been a really clear green flag. Next question here. What gets Amara crazy? So I'm sure this question has a lot of meanings, but what gets me crazy is unclear questions. And I like questions that are direct so I can give you a perfect answer. And I can't give you a perfect answer with this because there are so many ways to interpret this question. So I hope that answers your question. And if it doesn't, then you understand why that makes me crazy. uh Final question for the evening. Sugar daddies? Question mark. I don't get all the crazy about it. I am an older man, yes, trying to find someone to have a relationship, but they look at me and they see dollar signs, which for me kills the good vibes and mood really quick. So even though I treat girls like the queens they are, I get treated like a wallet. So the only question I saw in this was sugar daddies? Question mark. Um, I support sugar daddies. I think that there is nothing wrong with an older man or sugar mommies, even or sugar person, glucose guardian, whatever it may be. Give people money if you have money to give. Fuck yeah. Now people automatically assuming that you're one of those people. It's kind of sucky. I feel you on that. But getting mistaken is different than demonizing the entire group as a whole. So it is what it is. That is going to be it for us tonight. I thank you for taking the time to come spend some time with little old me. And I hope to see you guys for the next episode. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Stay safe.